In the previous sessions, we have studied that the main function of the root is to absorb water and minerals from the soil. But in some plants, the roots gets modified and perform different functions also. So what happens is that in some plants, the shape and the structure of the root changes. Shape and the structure of the root changes to perform different functions. To perform different functions other than absorption of water and minerals. So this change in the shape and structure of root to perform other functions is called modifications of the root. So in the modifications of the root, we will study about three main functions. Modification for storage of food, modifications for the support of the plant, and modifications for respiration. So we will look at each of these modifications along with their examples. So let us start with the first modification, that is storage of food. Storage of food. So some of the roots, they get modified and they carry out the function of storage of food. So what happens is, if this is a root, then it swells in size. It grows in size because of the reserve food material. It stores reserve food material. Examples of roots which carry out storage of food is carrot and turnip. These are the examples of tap roots. And there's also sweet potato, which is the example of a swollen adventitious root. So the carrots and turnips are actually swollen root, and so is the sweet potato. So if this is a carrot, you must have seen a carrot. So it looks something like this. The part which is above the soil has leaves, and the underground root is swollen in size for the storage of food. In the same way, a turnip looks somewhat like this. So turnip is also a swollen root, and both carrot and turnip are the tap roots. Then there's sweet potato. Sweet potato, which is a swollen adventitious root. So these are the examples of the root which modify for the storage of food. Examples are important, so you need to remember them. Moving on to the next modification, which is support. Now, if you have seen a banyan tree, there are certain root-like structures which hang from the tree. So if this is a banyan tree, and this is a banyan tree, then you must have seen hanging structures coming out from the tree. So what are these structures? These are nothing but the modified roots of the banyan tree, and they provide support to the plant. And these roots are called prop roots. Prop roots are found in banyan tree. They provide support to the banyan tree. The other example is stilt roots. Stilt roots also provide support. They are found in maize and sugarcane. Stilt root arises from the lower part of the plant. So suppose this is the sugarcane plant, and the stems have nodes. So from the lower nodes, these roots come out like this, and they provide support to the plant. So these are called stilt roots, found in maize and sugarcane. So for the support of the plant, we have studied two types of roots: prop roots in banyan tree and stilt root in maize and sugarcane, both responsible for the support. Now let us move on to the next modification, which is the respiration. Now some plants which grow in the swampy areas. Swampy areas are area or where the soil has high water and salt content in them, and very low oxygen. So the oxygen levels are very low in the soil, and the water and salt content is very high. So what happens to overcome this lack of oxygen? The roots of these plants, they come out of the soil. Suppose this is a plant which is growing in the swampy area. Such plants are called halophytes. Halophytes, they grow in the soil having high water and salt content, and the soil is usually deficient in oxygen. This is the soil. So what happens? These roots, they come out. They come out of the soil. They grow vertically upwards. They grow vertically upwards, they come out of the soil, and then they absorb oxygen from the atmosphere. They absorb oxygen from the atmosphere. So these specialized roots are called pneumatophores. Pneumatophores. Pneumatophores are the specialized or the modified roots which are responsible for respiration, found in halophytes. So an example given in the NCERT is rhizopus. So pneumatophores will be found in rhizopus, which is a halophyte growing in a soil containing high water and salt content but very low oxygen. So to overcome this deficiency of oxygen in the soil, the roots come out of the soil, they grow vertically upwards, and then they absorb oxygen. Such modified roots are called pneumatophores. An example is a rhizopus. So these were the three main modifications of the root. for respiration, for support, and for storage of food. I hope all this is clear. Please remember the examples because they are very important from the exam's point of view. And there's one more example given in the NCERT, which is of asparagus. Asparagus. Can you tell me what kind of modification of root is found in asparagus? If you know the answer, then comment the answer. What kind of modified root, or what is the purpose for the modification of root in asparagus? Please comment your answer down below, and we will carry out with the other part of the video. That is, we will start with the stem in the next video. So, thank you so much.